Do you guys ever feel like you're chasing the day before it's even begun? What if I told you the secret to a productive, fulfilled day isn't about doing more, but actually it's about starting smarter? Today I'm sharing my healthy reset morning routine on a rest day, designed not to just get things done, but to build self-trust and, to be honest, connect with my true intentions. As someone who just loves to be a homebody, but also has big goals in 2026, it's about being intentional. It's not just about doing more. Something I do every morning is delay how long I don't go on my phone in the morning. This has honestly been such a game changer for my mindset and my mental health. If you are waking up and rolling over and scrolling on your phone or going into your messages, notifications straight away, I promise you, making sure I have that positive boundary of literally saying to myself, right, half an hour to an hour, I'm not going on my phone. I'm not going to have notifications on. I have do not disturb. My phone is away in the kitchen, away from my bedroom. I'm going to do something for myself. Literally has made the world a difference. And I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I go on my phone in the morning straight away versus the times I don't. I have such a more productive day and a positive day because I don't have anything external telling me how my day's gonna go. And I promise you, the way you start your day and the intentionality that you have from starting your day sets you up for a productive day, sets you up for the tone of the day. How often have you gone on your phone straight away, had a bad message, bad email, something's popped up, started to make you feel really, really stressed or anxious, or heart starts to pound, and then it just literally sets your morning up to be grumpy, or you're just sad, feel like a bit panicky, and you just don't feel aligned. Oh my God, that is literally me so long, and I've really set a really strong boundary, and it's made the world a difference. So whatever day you're watching this, I challenge you guys today, do not go on your phone tomorrow, this morning, for at least half an hour to an hour, and watch how much your day is more productive and happy. Makes a lot of difference. I'm previously guilty of honestly jumping out my bed, grabbing my phone, and straight away going into the world with everything notification-wise. But in recent years, I've actually made sure to be really, really intentional with my time in the morning, and waking up early has actually helped me to slow down. Something I will always make time for is just doing a little bit of journaling and taking some time for me. Now, this isn't about being perfectly zen or any of that hoo-ha. It's about creating space for me before the world rushes in. It's about building that intentional dialogue of self-trust, which for so many years I neglected. I spent around 5 to 10 minutes just taking my diary and just word vomiting. Literally just whatever's in my head, I'll put onto paper. There's no structure or pressure with this. It's about just getting whatever is in my head out onto paper so I start the day strong. Something I absolutely love to do, especially when I've got a bit more time on my rest days and I'm not going straight to the gym, is I love journaling. And if you guys don't do this already, I used to be such against journaling and I found it very difficult. But when you find the right prompts, you find the right questions to spark that something inside you, honestly, it makes a world of difference. And I actually want you to challenge yourself to use my 3 prompts that I've got today, which will actually be such a game changer. So the first one that I have is, if the most unstoppable version of me was already living inside my body right now, how would she stand, breathe, speak, and move through the next 3 hours? So taking some time to think about this, what would she stop overthinking? So like, what would you stop overthinking in your head, going around in circles with, or, having self-doubt with? What decisions would you make immediately? So instead of the next one, I absolutely love, what if self-doubt isn't a sign to stop, but a sign that I'm expanding my next level? I'm just gonna leave that there because you already know certain things are sparking your head going, oh my God, I feel seen. So this one really sparked me up. What is the one bold move I can make today that would make my subconscious go, she's serious now? That is something that I want you to think of. So like, what is one thing that you maybe even put off? Maybe thing you overthinking, maybe something you go, oh, I can't do that. What if I fail? What if it doesn't work out? I want you to challenge yourself today. How big, how small, but one bold move that makes you feel uncomfortable, but makes you start to step into that person that you want to become. Because girl, I'm gonna be doing this today. It is not comfortable at all, but I love these prompts because it really gets me thinking in a different way. It allows me to expand my thought process, and sometimes it happens, I get in my own head as well. It happens, you start to have self-doubt, you might be in a certain part of a cycle and we start to self-doubt ourselves. And these journal prompts honestly help me come back. And if you've never done it before, just trying these 3 prompts today, voice note yourself the answers, even just go on a walk and have a think about the answers. I promise you, you will do something today that shocks you, because this is a rewiring of your subconscious and it just makes a world of difference. I invested so much money last year into my subconscious and my mindset, and something I learned from my subconscious coach was some of these prompts and how to sort of rewire that thought pattern. So when things or limiting beliefs that come up, like I can't do this, or what if it doesn't work, or I don't have the same value as X, Y, and Z, or I start comparing myself, which is so human nature, which is totally fine. But I don't want that. I want to step into the next version of myself. I want to feel calm and feel aligned. So doing these journal prompts to set up my day, especially when I've got a bit more time, really allows me to start my day with a lot of intention. On a positive note as well, without any phones, is really, really helpful. Now, I know every single person's different and breathwork might not be the thing for you, but I promise you the two things, and I was someone who was kind of against like journaling, meditation, mindset work. I was just like, it does not work for me. I find it really difficult to concentrate with my ADHD, but something that actually allows me to be really intentional and ground is breathwork. So something I usually do is have some music in the background, so I've got like something to keep me focused, something to like focus on, and I'll literally just take deep breaths and I'm actively focusing on my breath. There's so much studies to show that when we actually force and slow down our breathing, it allows our body to regulate, it allows our nervous system to regulate, and it's been such a game changer, especially in the moments where I feel a little bit more anxious, a little bit not in self, a little bit worried about certain things, certain days. Taking some time to just literally take 3 to 5 breaths, I cannot tell you how many times it has saved me. So if you haven't tried it already, give it a go. I know it's not for everyone, but just challenge yourself to try it out. Try to take deep breaths, and what I do is put my hand on my chest, hand on my top of my stomach, and I take a deep breath in through my nose, and then hold, and then out through my mouth. So you want to do that and repeat that for time. I like to do the box breathing method because then again, it makes me focus on something, so I'm not just allowing my brain to go somewhere else. So what I do is hand on my chest, hand on my stomach, and I think about taking a breath through my nose for 4 seconds, create a box. So you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you hold at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just repeat that for around 3 to 5 breaths. And I want you to actually tell me if it makes a difference or not, because if it doesn't, maybe you need to give it a few more goes, because I promise you, studies have shown it makes such a difference. So if you haven't already, I really, really challenge you guys, because I absolutely love it, and it's honestly changed my life to be so much calmer, slow down. And if you're anything like me, where you are just non-stop, you are always on the go, you are always like, right, what's next, on to the next thing, this forces you to slow down. So it is such a great thing to just calm my nervous system before I even start the day. Now, something I absolutely love is my coffee time in the morning. This is just, there's something just about getting a fresh cup of coffee is best part of the day, after food of course. Something I absolutely have loved is getting this new coffee machine. Me and Denzel just got this new coffee machine from Ninja, and it can make cold foam coffees, so it is such a game changer. I made such a difference over the years. I used to wake up and rush and go have a cup of coffee the first thing as I woke up, and it would just honestly set me with such high heart rate, nothing in my system, and it just was not good for my hormones. So now I really take some time to wake up, do my work first, and then have something to eat. So I've got something in my system, something for my body to digest, and it's good for my hormones. And then once I've done all that work, it's like a reward that I have my coffee. So if you haven't already, try to almost challenge yourself to go, right, I'm not gonna have my coffee until I've done X. I've done everything I need to do. That's actually gonna help me. Now this is something that actually I love and I enjoy. Never tried this dairy-free milk for your coffees or anything else, the Rude Health almond milk, is so good. It is more rice milk than almond milk, I would have to say, but the ingredients are still good and it tastes really good and it foams up really, really well. So if you've never tried this before, definitely would say give it a go. I do every morning is take my supplements. This is not one I would be taking. There is a lot of supplements here. I'm currently on a gut protocol for the next 8 weeks to help my gut because I had some testing done and we need some repairs. So essentially I'm on a lot of supplements right now, as you guys can see, and it's honestly one of the dreaded part of the day. So I get it done in the morning, I get it done whilst I'm doing something else. So I'll have my coffee, then I'll have this. So it's almost like I'm getting something good, but something bad that I don't want to do at the same time, and I'm getting it done. So I'm gonna put these down my hatch and get into the next part of my day. So on my rest days, I really prioritize just slowing down a little bit and spending a bit more time on my breakfast, just having something slightly different, but still really, really enjoyable. I've got a high protein breakfast with balanced macros as well, which is just as important as protein. So a lot of people will forget the other macronutrients like carbs and fats, but they're all really, really important to stabilize energy throughout the day with recovery. So even though it's a rest day for me, I eat the same amount of calories, macros, and I'm just really intentional about what I eat because it makes me feel so, so good. And fueling my body is no longer a negotiable, it is a non-negotiable for me every single day. That's why I've got chicken sausages. These are ones from Aldi. If you guys don't know already, and I've harped on about these are awesome macros. I've got about 25 grams just alone in here. Protein's gonna help me keep full for longer, help with recovery, help with my strength goals at the moment. Then I've got some full fat hummus with gluten-free toast, cucumber. For my carbs and micros, I've got some cherries, which were actually on a yellow sticker, so I'm pretty happy about those, and I love cherries. And then I got some fresh blueberries, so that's gonna be my fiber. So I've got a really well-balanced plate here, mixture of things that actually taste good as well as balance my blood sugar levels. So really, really important every single meal, especially in the morning before I have my coffee. And I've got some carbohydrates from the gluten-free toast as well as from the cherries and blueberries, which is gonna give me sustained energy. Having a good variety of carbohydrates is going to keep me fueled. It's going to allow me to do my work and stay concentrated and not think about food for the next couple hours. And then I got my healthy fats, a little bit from the chicken sausages, but mainly from the hummus. This is going to give me lasting energy, stabilize my blood sugar levels, but also keep me fuller for longer. That's why I include them. And also, if you're not already, so vital for hormone health. I was missing out on healthy fats for so long, always thinking low fat diet was always the way through, but I promise you, since I've had a higher fat diet and including healthy fats with every single meal, fats are actually needed for muscle growth. So if you're skipping out on that, this is your sign to make sure you have it. For me, for so many years, skipping breakfast or just ignoring balanced meals, this is not a meal, this is a form of self-care. So taking some time to make a meal balanced that makes me feel good, that I truly enjoy, even on rest days, even on days that I want to be more intentional, it's a form of self-care for me. So I know that I'm nourishing my body, I know that I'm setting myself up for a successful day. If you're not already doing this, I promise you start doing it because it will make you so much better. Something I absolutely love doing on a rest day is being intentional with getting out and just getting some movement in. Even when I do my rest days, I like to just still get some movement in. So I go out for a walk just to break up my day. I get out every single morning. Even if I'm not going to the gym, I will say to myself, I'm going out for at least a half an hour walk, and it makes me feel so much better. So this is your sign. Even if you're working from home, get out, get a walk, get some sunlight. Now, when I transition from my morning routine into productive work, I like to sort of bridge the gap a little bit. So you can see that I had quite a slow, intentional morning, taking some me time, taking some time to just sort of like unwind, regulate my nervous system before I dive into deep work. And something I like to do to bridge that gap is I like to have my me time away from my phone, eat, fuel myself, do my breath work, do me time to fill my own cup before I dive in and fill other people's cup. As an online coach, as well as a content creator, having that intentional time and break, it all molds into one. I like to break it up, so actually physically getting out the house, and then I come back, it almost bridges the gap like I'm coming back to work. So instead of it thinking of as like I'm at home, get dressed, I get out of the house, it's the biggest game changer. You get a chunk of your steps out of the way, you get some fresh air, you get some sunlight, which helps your circadian rhythm, which helps your sleep. So if you haven't already or you struggle with sleep, getting some sort of sunlight into your eyes helps your body to go, hey, okay, let's wake up now. It just helps regulate your body. So if you work from home, the biggest tip I can give you is go out, get some fresh air, get some steps. If you don't already, that's how I bridge my gap. So something I no longer do is set a big to-do list. I set 3 intentional tasks for the day. It helps me just focus on 3 main things that I want to achieve that day. Anything else is a bonus. Now, as humans, we love a dopamine hit, and I'm guilty of it. We love a dopamine hit. So the less stuff we can add to ourselves, 1, less pressure. 2, once you get it done, it's almost like you're more productive because you're like, hey, I've achieved this thing. Whatever comes after it, I'm good to go. So 3 main things, everything else after that is a bonus. But also allows me to be intentional. So instead of just me going like here, there, and everywhere, it allows me to go, right, this is what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna edit my YouTube. I need to do client form feedback, and I need to upload 2 reels onto Instagram, or I need to edit X, Y, and Z. Just breaking it down like that allows me to break my day out intentionally, doesn't add unnecessary workload. It just allows me to go into the day going, cool, this is what I need to get done, this is how I'm gonna structure it, and I haven't got added pressure, because I used to do that for years, and then I always used to be like, why am I not finishing my to-do list? I was setting myself up for failure before I even started. And something I love about my morning routine is with my mind now clear, my body fueled, I'm awake, I feel like I can now approach my day with a bit more purpose and actually being intentional with what I want to do. And I always say this, it's not about being perfect, it's about having an approach where you build self-trust, and I actually want to be like, right, what do I want to achieve today? How am I going about it? Do I feel good in myself? It's not about being perfect. Like, I spent so long trying to be perfect. That is not what we want to do. That is not what I want to do. I want to be intentional. I want to work with my body. So taking that pressure off and allowing myself to actually trust what I'm doing and trust myself. Self-trust allows me to tackle whatever happens that day. Your morning routine really is your power hour, and I will live by this saying because it genuinely has changed my life when I've started to prioritize and being so intentional with my morning routine, because it makes me feel so incredibly good. So I want you guys to tell me in the comments below what kind of things you're going to add to your morning routine, maybe after watching something that I've done in my morning routine, or just something that you do every single morning that makes you feel good. I want to know in the comments below, so let me know. See if I can add it into mine, because I am such a big advocate for a morning person. I love a cozy start. I love a good intentional start to the day. So let me know in the comments below, guys. And if you did find it helpful, I would appreciate so much if you guys give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I drop videos exactly like this every single Sunday, and it's my biggest goal this year to grow my YouTube, to get more fam like you guys into my life. So if you did enjoy it, give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in next week's video next Sunday. Have an awesome week.